us. You're on the Tom Shillue Show.
Well, hello, guys, from the greatest caller in the history of radio. How are you?
Yeah.
Hello.
L.A.'s. What do you think of Roy Moore out there in L.A., Bobby?
Okay, so listen. I've noticed in the media, many people, including conservative Republicans, are letting the media get away with very incorrect educational things here. I have so many examples, but for time, I'll just give you three.
Yeah.
Example number one, the word predator. You know, they're throwing this word out against many people. And obviously, as a human being, I'm against pedophilia, child abuse, sex abuse, but it's all disgusting.
Yeah.
When a guy goes to a bar and he tries to pick up a girl, or when he's with his friends, he's like, hey, guys, that girl's beautiful. I want to have sex with her. Or he's like, hey, guys, tell her I'm a doctor. I want to have sex with her. Aren't all these guys preying on women and acting like predators? So this word predator is getting thrown out to guys who are not actually predators. That's the first incorrect thing the media is doing. What's the word predator mean? The second example, pedophile. This is one of the classic terms that people love to throw out against anyone.
Yeah.
A pedophile is someone who wants to have sex with a child who has not reached puberty.
That's true.
Not somebody who wants to have sex with a girl under legal age. In other words, there's a difference between a guy who wants to have sex with a 17-year-old and a guy who wants to have sex with a 6-year-old. It's not the same.
It does
thing.
bother me, too.
Why?
They throw that pedophile term around, and they're
and
really
then
talking
the
about somebody who's like, into things.
Right.
So that's two. What's the third one, Bobby?
The last one. Remember, I had so much more, but I'll just do three. The last one. This magic number, this is like the most annoying one, one of the most annoying. This magic number of 18. Oh, everyone under 18 is physically and mentally a child, but when they turn 18, they magically become physically and mentally a woman. Nobody knows the actual law. In most of America, the age of consent in most states is 16. In some states, it's 17. And in some states, it's 18. The point I'm making with all this, and I'm just going to stop at those three examples, nobody wants to ask the Galileo tough questions. A, what is normal? When does a girl become a woman? How old does she have to be for guys to be attracted to her? And when a guy turns 16, 17, 19, 21, does he lose his desire for someone 1 year younger, a few years younger? No one's asking these questions.
You know why, Bobby? Because the whole subject is very... it's uncomfortable making for people. So everyone wants to make everything simple. And I think you're right. Like your first two points, I think that as this conversation in the media, people talk about, they use the word predator when sometimes they're talking about a creep, whatever. No one's defining anything. And I think you're right about that.
Oh, yeah. Actually, you know what's funny? When you watch a news report, how many times have you put the news on? 23-year-old guy in high school has sex with a 16-year-old, accused of child molestation, pedophilia, rape, child abuse. How many times do those stories come out? And you read the details. I don't have statistic data on this. Lots of those stories where they're accused of child molestation, child abuse, being a pedophile, being a predator, they're mostly just cases of two people who wanted to have sex and it was consensual and he did no abuse, no physical abuse, no mental abuse. It was just consensual sex, illegal. And people throw these illegal words out there like everyone is evil. The question I want everyone to ask yourselves, when it comes to religion, if you believe in God or if you're atheist and you believe in science, when does a girl, according to your religion, according to your science, according to your values, when does she become a woman? How old does she have to be for a guy to be attracted to her? And if you truly believe it's all wrong, it's all sick, it's all nasty, then ask yourself, when you turn to 16, 17, 18, 21, did you magically lose your desire for someone younger than you? Why are so many guys going on teen porn? Why are girls underage allowed
I got it. Okay, Bobby, I'm going to go to my guest. Thank you, though. No. Listen, the reason, Bobby is right, but I don't want to talk about these definitions because the whole thing is kind of skeevy, don't you think?
Technically, it's not pedophilia. It's hebephilia and ephebophilia, I think, is for the slightly older. But by that definition, most of the Catholic priests who got in trouble were hebephiliacs.
No, and it bothered me then. It bothers me when people use that term. It doesn't bother you, these things?
The things that are bothering me right now, this is not.
Well, look, I don't think this is the caller brought up a bunch of things that are actually I thought he made points in all three of his points, but the thing is, I don't want to be sitting here doing a show where we define when a girl becomes a woman. Like, I can't deal with that.
He made some points, but I don't know if they were necessarily points that work for Roy Moore. I mean, he
no,
was,
I don't think it
was
has
right.
to do with Roy Moore, but this guy as a listener.
Yeah.
Because people are talking about these, like, whether it's a Hollywood thing, whether it's like a sex scandal or whatever, people are on the news, like, saying things like Predator and this and that, and it's like no one's really, a lot of people are talking around these issues, aren't they, Jessica?
Well, I think overusing the term predator falls into the category also of we call people racist too easily. We call people sexist too easy. And sometimes there's just one bad incident. But we have been, unfortunately, for the past few months, been talking about men who display the same behavior over and over and over again, which does make them predators. Yeah. Roy Moore's predator, if true, I'm using air quotes for people who won't watch me. Harvey Weinstein, 100%
That's the thing, but I've noticed that the Weinstein, we'll talk about this more when we come back, but people are like, you got Weinstein here, and then you get this guy from Amazon, and they act like they're the same, but one is like a rapist, and the other is like a jerk or something.
We'll make a chart. We'll make a chart.
Let's make a chart when we come back.
Call and talk with Tom now. 83.